Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Come on, now. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Yeah, yeah.
The former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They run again on first down. Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
In your face.
61, matchbox light.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
218, chop.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Come on, fellas.
First down, Vikings.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Cook, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Now Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 19. 41 Mike. 6 man. 31. Check curls, check curls, check curls. He's coming, he's coming. Out, go. We got double up, double up. 41 Mike. Out, go. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
19. And watch delay. Kill. Motion. Bump. Mike 41. We've got a
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. On second and 9, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
On 2nd and 11 now, Fitzgerald. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Look at me. Zipper. Look. Squeeze.
Be good. 49. Check 49. Check.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Mike 50.
Yep.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Speed dribble.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Let's go.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
45 is the mic. Here we go. Check 43.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready to break.
Check 45 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense.
80 weapon.
Tight dog.
Hey!
On 1st down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey. Ready?
2nd and 11. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Fuller. 48 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Vikings 14. Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 38, Watson. This one complete to Scott Miller. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 40. 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
We're going to shut you down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here at a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bucs 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get out the field, defense.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Five.
Bound to lose one.
Now.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Not make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 44. Check. Hey, watch this. Switch.
From the 44, Watson. It's caught by Mike Evans. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch out. 54. 26. 59.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Let's go, man.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Protein spill. Hey, orbit. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
I got one.
Two.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
You draw Corpus.
Let's bring it.
Fight.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open here, Adam Thielen. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They run, Cook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
10-2 stop. Yo, go.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Go. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Switch, switch.
61, matchbox lights. Go.
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 10 logo.
What's the run?
Hey, box drop.
45 the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzgerald. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Fuller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
Well, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, 24. Check 99. 24 is down. He's coming. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 26-yard line.
Check. Say 25. 20. Hey, 24. 25. Check 25.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
I got him. He's mine. 24. Check 4.
They'll try again with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
41, Mike. 41.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Watch twist.
X3. 218. Chop it. Hey, wahoo!
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ready up.
Mark 50. Here we go. Check.
Topper.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, lock it.
Mike 50.
Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzgerald flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
45, Mike, 45. They can't hang with us.
Bravo.
45 to Mike.
Look at me. Zipper.
Put him on the buses.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And an alley to run. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. On second and inches, Watson, Ebron with it over the middle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Shit. Bang. 59. Bang. Bang. 54.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Danielle Hunter, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's how we do it.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? 55. Give me some. 31.
On 4th down, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return.
Check 50, check.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and